For 6 seasons, the gory, scheming elf Aravos has been the shrouded antagonist of the Dragon Prince. He has been busy behind the scenes, manipulating events as a puppet master, corrupting the minds of vulnerable mages to do his bidding, and sowing the seeds of hatred between humans and other magical creatures like dragons and elves. In spite of his continued incarceration, Aravos skillfully hunted down his victims, whether they be Lord Vron, Pharaohs, or Claudia, and used them as leverage to secure his own release. Season 1 of The Dragon Prince taught Callum and his friends that Aravos is no joke. While he was in Xadia, he pulled off his cruel, evil schemes multiple times, inciting conflict among humans, elves, and dragons, and plunging the world into complete anarchy. Because Callum had a flash of the famous Archmage's abilities while under his control, he grew increasingly determined to destroy Aravos. In Season 6, when Aravos escapes from jail at the end, Callum's darkest nightmares come true. Just as Murphy's Law predicts, Aravos reaches Xadia again. Just when Claudia's plot to release the renowned Archmage collapses, Callum and his companions manage to steal the prison pearl that Aravos had been ensnared in during the last minutes of the previous season. At first, Callum thought about hiding the pearl because he still had it in his hands. However, he quickly realized that keeping it in Catalys would put many lives in jeopardy, as tension and unrest would occur as long as Aravos existed. While bringing the original Pearl Prison to the celestial elves of Starscraper to have it destroyed, Callum made a false pearl and deposited it in Catalys. Sadly for Callum, Aravos had already begun manipulating his thoughts and used him to switch the pearls. This meant that Callum had to lie about the true fate while the real one stayed in Catalys. As part of their annual stargazing rite, the heavenly elf Cosmo went time-blind and discovered the truth behind the false pearl. Callum was unable to rescue his soul by refusing to participate in the Star Truth ceremony, as he was paralyzed by fear and mental anguish when Cosmo disclosed this knowledge to him and subsequently even mentioned his inner darkness. Realizing his mistake, Cosmo spared Callum's mental strength, traveled back in time to avoid disclosing any information about the false pearl. But this time Aravos made sure nothing could stop him from coming free by taking all the required steps. The Sunfire Mage, Pharaoh, who had pledged his devotion to Callum and had suggested to him that he challenge Janae with the help of Sarim, was really under Aravos' influence the entire time. Pharaoh took advantage of the old dragon's choice to mend his wings rather than his vision to trick him into attacking Catalys instead of leading him to combat. Arriving at Catalys' ruins to make amends with her father, Claudia discovers the truth about Aravos' Pearl Prison. Aravos uses his manipulation to get her to prepare the ceremony that would set him free. Regardless, Claudia was willing to stand with Aravos and started the ritual to break his captivity free. However, the ceremony was ineffectual since Claudia lacked love and heart. Once the Stardust Archmage elf opened up to Claudia about his horrific life, she felt genuine empathy for him and discovered the love he needed to finish the ritual. In the 6th season finale of The Dragon Prince, Aravos discloses that the cosmic judges abducted his daughter, Leola, as a punishment for bestowing magic on humans, a decision that might have future consequences causing cosmic chaos. Despite Aravos' cries for compassion, his daughter was harshly condemned to death for her crimes and handed down a scornful verdict. Like Claudia and her father, Aravos was consumed by the pain of losing his daughter and descended onto the dark road of vengeance. Everything done for the sake of one's family, no matter how horrible, immoral, or cruel, is justifiable according to what Vaughn had taught her. Claudia helped Aravos escape from his jail by connecting with him on an emotional level, which was necessary to complete the ritual and relate to Aravos' beliefs. After Abandoned King of Dragons discovered Aravos' deceitful and manipulative ways, he imprisoned him with the help of the other dragons and elves. Abandoned's death at the hands of Vaughn, a human dark mage, centuries later led to conflict between humans and other magical beings. Although he may not have been physically present, Aravos' role as the principal architect of evil magic makes it quite probable that he had some say in this tragic incident. Learn more about Aravos' schemes and maybe find a means to permanently banish him from Xadia in the upcoming final season of The Dragon Prince. Mystery of Aravos, which will center around the last malevolent discipline of sorcery, dark magic. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out on the latest videos.